afternoon, Seattle U. Isn't this awesome? Yes. This is what's up.
Oh, here we go.
I'm Dr. Morris, and I am a music professor in fine arts here at Seattle U. And the Fine Arts Department, along with SEEK, is co-sponsoring this event. We are so very pleased to have NERD here in the house. That's what's up. So I'd like to, before we actually have this one-on-one talk with them, I'd like to just take a couple of oh, okay. I just want to make sure I'm talking to students here. I want to just take a moment to just thank everyone who has really been influential in putting this event on with me. I want to thank Kate and Claire and campus security and Patrick and Matthew. Let's give them all a round of applause. So awesome in doing this, and thank you guys all for coming. I want to acknowledge my dean from College of Arts and Sciences who is here, and all of the students who are here today. Thank you all for coming. So, what's up, guys? What's up?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Well, thanks so much for being here. So, let's just jump right into this. This conversation that I'm having with these two gentlemen is of course to talk about their new album, which drops today. And so we're going to talk about the album. We're also going to talk a little bit about the music industry and kind of what it takes to get into the music business, what it means to tour, because you know, there's kind of this misconception that you know, it's the glamorous life when you tour, but part of that is true, but there's a whole nother part of it that's not so true, about being tired and you know, being inspiring to your fans, being also inspiring to yourself as musicians. And so I just want to kind of ask you both, you've both been at this for a long time. What inspires you and keeps you motivated and going to be able to get up and greet all of your fans on a daily basis?
I think it's the passion. I mean, we Chad, Pharrell, and myself grew up, you know, loving music, playing music, and you know, seeing the reaction that we got in when we walked in today is, you know, definitely plays a huge part in it as well.
What about you, Pharrell?
Yeah, it's the same. It's you know, when you're just like when it's like what Shae was saying. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really understand like the way life works. You don't understand all the processes that it takes to, you know, make an album, and for an album to actually see the day, the light of day. Sorry, and you're just young, and your mind is just teeming with all this imagination.
Right.
And so, you know, we just enjoyed that part for so long that, like, when we seemingly stumbled into the opportunity to be able to really do it, we just kind of never really looked back, and like you kind of go, whoa.
Yeah.
Here at Seattle U, talking to like amazing body of students right now.
Yeah! Okay, so speaking of the album, I mean, this is your fourth album, Nothing, which drops today. Tell me about Nothing. Why the title Nothing? What's the purpose behind that? Where did that come from?
I think 10 years ago, I would have said, we're gonna name it Nothing. So when someone asks, what's the album called? Nothing. Hey, I said, what's it called? Nothing. Yeah, I understand it's about nothing, but what's it called? Like, that would have been like a, you know, that's a typical style of ours, but this really honestly happened because we had amassed like 27 tracks, like maybe a year ago, And then we just decided that, and we also collaborated with this girl named Rhea, which is in a band called Jealous Lover. She had like a really good like R&B voice, but we're not R&B. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna go into this crazy ska, you know, dance hall. It's an ERD, right? Like, I don't know how it sounds, but it was amazing stuff. It's just that for us, we thought it would just send us, you know, into another world where we wouldn't be able to be, you know, to do the cool art house style music that we do. So we were like, it's good, but not good enough. And we wanted to make timeless, so I think we kind of just took a break, and we started over with Nothing.
Okay.
And that's where the title came from. And besides, like, you know, what was here before the Big Bang? Nothing, right? And in, you know, a lot of Eastern philosophies, they say that nothingness is like a state of nirvana where like all great ideas come from after that. And, you know, what are we without women?
Okay, so I mean, kind of going along with that comment, I mean, what is, as an artist, for both of you, and you can both speak to this individually, what is good enough as an artist? How do you know when you've made it in the business, and when do you know when it is good enough for yourself and for your fans?
I don't know. I know for me, when I feel like I can come to that music, you know, any time of the day, something's happening outside. You sound good. I know that I feel like, you know, when you can wake up at 4 in the morning and play a song and go out, you know, and go look out your window or whatever and look at the stars, and if there's a relationship between that music, some of the songs that is, you know, if there's a relationship between like nature and the music, there's something there. If, you know, you look at, you know, girls and like how they respond to certain things, and you picture like a track and how they would respond. That's kind of like, you know, like there's just different, there's a series of like litmus tests for me. And we just finally got to that place where I was like, man, I think this is ready. And then, you know, Shae gave his opinion on what he thought as well.
What do you think?
I concur.
Awesome. Well, can we hear one of your tracks? I'd actually like to hear the single. I would like to hear Hot and Fun. Can we play it? Now, I'm just curious, do you guys have a dance that kind of goes along with this song? Can we play a little bit of that track?
We have to leave something for the ladies.
Okay, so what's this track about? I mean, it's about being up in clubs, and chilling on the bar,
I think it was just like a PSA for girls to have a good time.
What do you think?
That was our whole purpose when I'm doing this record. We try to make a record that fit in with today's music, so that's how it all came about.
So, when you guys are
The only thing the video didn't have was like girls going, my name is Melody and I approve this message.